Sorry for technical issues. So, hi everyone, my name is Yulia Sirbinovich and I am Membership Engagement Manager at the National Association of IT Companies in the Republic of Moldova. Today we have a special edition for our public. We talk in English and we would like to talk today about the challenges of recruiting of the local talent. And our guests are today Victor Logos and Tudor Mardari from Mediapark company, the company which is part of the ATIC family, and they will share us today some insights, how they deal with this problem, how they face it, and as well as we will find out many interesting things about their experiences. So hello guys, and thank you so much for finding time to be with us and to share your amazing experience.
Hi Yulia, nice to meet you. And thank you for having us.
Yeah, great. But first of all, I would like to introduce our audience about your company. Could you tell us a little bit more? What are you doing? For how many years you are in Moldova? And what drives you?
Yeah. So perhaps I can start explaining a little bit about the X agency, because we have been established in Moldova in 2016 as X HR Digital Agency, and later in 2020 we rebranded ourselves by merging with a larger agency, Mediapark. So we founded our agency in 2016 of two people, like one developer and I, and we grew step by step, acquiring like bigger and bigger clients on the local market, and we were looking always for opportunity, because like we always wanted to be bigger and to achieve like higher goals. And in 2020, at the beginning of the year, we merged with Mediapark. And perhaps Victor can tell us a little bit more about Mediapark, because actually Victor is like the one that introduced me to Mediapark, because we are friends like for a long time ago, and we worked together in HR Digital Agency. And after that, Victor joined Mediapark, right before like even the agency from Moldova joined Mediapark. So and yeah, I could under this brand name Mediapark, so we get like even more services, higher quality, and a bigger team.
Yeah, Victor.
Sure. I'll give you a little bit of a brief about Mediapark. Generally, as a company, it was founded back in 2010 in the Baltics, in Vilnius. There we have our headquarters, and I have joined the company back in 2019. And about half a year later, basically, I joined as a business development manager in Lithuania. I was living there at the time, and then about a few months later, I introduced Tudor to the company. And after another 2 or 3 months of negotiations and due diligence, we kicked off the Moldovan operation by merging with the HR Digital Agency. This is how the Moldovan branch was born. But generally, as a company, we do IT services, and we work with clients all over the world. And our strategy for growth is basically through expansion in different geographies, not only through headcount, but also through new offices. So this is how we came across Tudor's agency.
Fantastic. I remember when we visited you, you said to us that you have many branches, and what really makes you different from others, you really like to open branches in the places like Caucasus countries. If I remember correctly, you have an office in Armenia, yes?
That's
so
correct.
It's very unusual as well for our market, for our companies to go like in these places. But
if you want something more unusual, we have an office in Cambodia as well.
Oh my God. Yes, this is also very cool. I know that specialists in our country are very experienced, very professional. The ICT market of Republic of Moldova is really able to serve the needs of the Western and the Eastern world. but we have a very big problem with human capital in the country. So IT is very required, but no people to work in IT. So going back to the topic of our discussion, it will be very interesting for us to hear what challenges do you meet in recruiting our local talent, because we know that demographically Moldova doesn't have very good figures. And how do you deal with this? How do you find the right talent for you?
Well, such a hard question, actually, because we don't have a solution
I know.
to this problem. I think it's a problem that all the agencies in Moldova encounter. More and more like big international agency came in Chișinău, and the IT park law and tax, it's even like more attractive in Moldova, like right to open a branch here because you have like this fixed tax for everything. So the competition is like higher and higher on the local market. Yet, yes, as you mentioned, Julia, the demographics doesn't look so good. A lot of people are leaving, and the new young people that stays in Moldova are less and less. So yeah, I mean, competition is like super high for local talents. However, I mean, we have like a couple of things, I guess we do. So we still have the branch in Moldova, right? With designers, developers, managers, and super bright people that works with us. Perhaps it's because of our environment in the company, our projects, our workflow. Everybody, I mean, we don't have a high, in comparison to our agency, I could say like we don't have like a high human, how do you call it? Indicator. Yeah, we don't have a high rotation coefficient. Usually like a person can stay in our agency like even more than 4 or 5 years on average, because we have like this friendly team environment. Like we create everything in teams. We work we still work with a lot of local projects, and that gives like to our team like to be involved something in the country that you live, right? So that's it. But in order to get new people in the teams, like it's becoming like super hard. Lately, we never actually worked with recruiters, but lately we started in the last 2 years. We started to work also with recruiters because we don't have a recruiter in house. Nobody anymore responds to the job offers that you post on the internet. Like this is like old school already. So we're trying like to by networking also. Like a very good channel for us is like networking, recommendation of our people from the team. Friends of friends, university, because once you get a taste of how it is to work in Mediapark, I mean, we get that person that wants to stay with us and to work with us for a couple of years ahead. But in order to attract like a completely foreign person from Moldova that doesn't heard about us and only saw the job offer, it doesn't work anymore. You need a lot of contact, a lot of communication. We're starting to implement even this internally in our agency. I mean, not to have external recruiters, but to try to contact with bright talents that actually we don't do aggressive headhunt. That's like, I think it's ethical. We just find people that anyway want to change the job, right? So they want to try themselves maybe in something new, or to try another experience with different technology. Why not? So in that case, like there's like a match, so we can attract them in our company. But we still have a very big problem with that. Victor,
Okay.
Maybe I forgot something. Maybe Victor can complete.
Yeah, Victor, maybe you can add something more from your point of view.
Yeah, from my perspective, I guess I had the opportunity to monitor the market before COVID and after. So I would say that since COVID started and all this remote work became very popular, that's one of the milestone when we, I would say, lost a lot of bright talent as they started to work for international companies from home. So that's one of the things. And also, I would say that those people who've already been in one or two agencies, I would say the mid and senior people, those are also like the hard to attract. So two things that are making this difficult for us is that, number one, people are directly now free to work with international companies. They get US salaries, and obviously that would be more attractive than a Moldovan-based company. And number two, those who are more experienced already and have gone through a few companies, they, I would say, have this tendency to get a little spoiled nowadays, because companies are really competing not only with the salary, but also with the benefits, what they can offer to their employees. So I believe these are the two things that are making it difficult for us. If we are to talk about beginners, entry people or junior people, I believe they're a little bit easier to get, but then the risk is that they will leave. And that's why, like Tudor mentioned, that we're putting effort to work on the employee retention and to keep the people in the company. Mainly, we do that through international interesting projects. There's a lot of collaboration happening in Mediapark. So one project can be delivered by 5, 6, 7 branches. So it's a lot going on in terms of collaboration. And of course, the benefits, the fun that the company can offer, we're like working on that to keep everyone entertained.
Okay. You mentioned there's a problem of very aggressive headhunting on our market, and of course, working with IT companies from our association, we all know about this. And really, all companies try to offer, I think, the best of the best, but still, it's not the case. People leave, and it's very interesting to find out what retention strategies do you apply, because. For example, I completely understand that it's really important to feel yourself comfortable in the corporate culture, but this corporate culture needs to be created by day. So what do you do exactly for this? What is the vibe which you create among your teams? So who will start to answer this question?
Yeah,
I could give like one point. I believe like the comparison between us and a corporate company is, we are a large company overall, but yet people get to taste that boutique sort of experience, because in Moldova we're about 30 people. So as a team, we're not that big. And it's more fun perhaps to work, but working in projects, you feel like you belong to a large company.
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
So you a feeling of belonging to something big. It's really important. Something meaningful.
Yeah, but at the same time, not feeling like corporate plankton. Just
Okay.
like being in a smaller team and having fun, and making sure that you know each other. Because like in large agency, there's obviously situations when you walk past each other and you don't know who the person is.
Yeah, too individualistic.
Exactly.
Okay, Tudor, what would you like to add to
Yeah,
Victor's
just wanted,
comments?
Victor nailed it at the end. This corporate lifestyle, it's not felt by the, let's say, normal people in the company. Like probably only administration and top management feels this corporate level because like of collaboration with different branches. But designers, developers, managers, I mean, they work like in this family environment in the team. And also retention, I think it's achieved by having like all the benefits that Victor mentioned. I mean, every month we, for example, have like because of the impact of the pandemic that it had, right? A lot of people probably never came back to the office, so they work comfortably from their home. We have once in a month, like gathering all the team from all the villages and all the cities around Moldova, because we have people spread across Moldova. So we gather everybody in the office. We have like a town hall, like a meeting where we discuss everything, the project, the achievements. After that, we go to have fun. Someone, for example, last Friday we went to karting. We had like a competition there for like a couple of hours. So once per year, for example, we go all the team, international team, I mean around 700 people, because like there's Mediapark, and there's our company sister Civita, and in some we're like around 700 people. So we choose a location, like usually it's exotic one. Last year was Cyprus, and we go there, we stay for a week together to have fun and to have like this international networking. And all different small activities, like we have like
there is one more offsite that we do locally. So besides 12 events per year that we do last Friday of each month, the local ones, as Tudor mentioned, karting, there is then this big offsite with us and our sister company, and then usually at the end of the year we do another offsite, just the local team, but it's important that we go somewhere else. For example, last December we went to Bukovel for skiing and snowboarding. So yeah.
A couple of years ago we went to Greece with all the team. I mean, only Moldovan team went to Greece with 2 cars, so it was fun. But another, in my opinion, like as a manager, retention, it's something we don't have actually a very organized strategy. Everything comes like a little bit more natural, because it's all about the people, I think, because we choose like super closely like what type of values and what type of people want to have in the team, and after that, like all the team feels like a very big, like very integral and like a whole, you know, like a whole team, a whole same type of people in one company actually makes the retention, in my opinion. I mean, the benefits, the trips and everything, that's like, I think in my opinion, it's like something extra, yeah, complementary. But it's very important to feel comfortable in the team, having like your colleagues, like to connect, to sync up, you know, like with your colleagues right away. So in this case, you go with like a happy feeling, like starting the day of work, knowing like you'll work with interesting and talented people, rather than go to work to feel like, oh my god, I need to write to this person again, to whom I don't want to write. You know, like this gives you like a negative. I think this is like a very important fact why people don't stay in the company. And actually, we have cases like if the person doesn't sync up with us, probably in a couple of months he will just leave the company, because probably we don't share the same values, or we don't share the same principles.
It's a natural selection. We've had these cases. You know, we always tend to share the same values with everyone. We tend to be as united as possible. And we've had cases when good specialists were onboarded, and then after 2 or 3 months of being within the company, there is like organic separation between that individual and the team if they do not share the same values. And then, you know, we just have to go separate ways.
Yeah, you're absolutely right when you tell about the values, about feeling yourself as a part of the team. Because, for example, a couple of days ago, I was talking to one IT specialist, and he told me that he's coming to the company and he sees that people are absolutely not interested in the product that the company is doing. They just come, work, and then leave, and nothing all. And this is, of course, it's not very good, because if you want to retain the people, I think you want them to be very inspired by the things that you are doing. And you're absolutely right. You need to find the right type of the person who will work with you. So my next question will be, what is the ideal candidate for you? What qualities this person, he or she, needs to have in order to become a part of your team?
A good question.
Victor, do you want to
go ahead to that?
I can go ahead. So
yes, please.
If you'd ask me this question like a couple of years ago, probably I'll tell you like responsible, good technical skills, like a couple of years of experience, like a dedicated engineer and so on. But more and more I work in the ICT industry, and in general, like how the world itself, it develops. I would say like I'm more towards leaning in the soft skills of the person. Like it's super important for me, and the hard skills it's on the second criteria, because it's very important to have like this fundamental like in Romanian language, we have like this 7 years from home. Like it's very important.
Basic education, let's say like that. Home education.
That was it was a joke, like expressing myself in English this way. So it's very important to have like these fundamentals, like good soft skills, like being responsible, be a good team player, like trying to help others even if they don't ask you for help, and if you just see that there's like with something you can contribute, you just go yourself and be proactive with that. Trying to learn all the time something new, that's super important. It doesn't matter what experience you have, if you'll be like eager to learn all the time something new, to develop yourself, as Steve Jobs said, like stay hungry, stay foolish. If you'll have like this sentiment always inside of you, it doesn't matter where are you at the moment now, because in a couple of years you'll be like a senior, like easily. It's very important to be responsible. We have like I'm amazed of a couple of new people that joined in last year's Mediapark, like so responsible. It doesn't matter, I like it, I don't like it, I'll deliver it, and only after that I'll tell what I didn't like, right? Like these, like being super responsible, not complaining. I mean, you can say what you don't like, but not in a complaining way, right? I mean, like being constructive, because when you're complaining, you're not constructive. You're constructive when you say, I mean, there's a problem and here's the solution, let's try to solve it. These skills are very important for me, like hard working, but in a normal way. I mean, super exhausting, it's also not good, because after that you make the burnout and you just go to psychologist, and after that you just leave the company because you think the problem is in the company, but actually the problem is in yourself. So these skills are super important for me, for a candidate that will join the company, no matter the age, no matter the sex, no matter actually the background skills, the experience that you have, because we have a technical lead actually that probably he joined ICT like at 30, right, Victor, if I'm not mistaken, at 30 years, and now he's a team lead. It doesn't matter. I mean, you can start at any point in time if you have that drive in yourself and that desire and that passion towards like technology, that can drive you to very big things. I'm looking to that when I'm talking to a candidate. And regarding hard skills, English is a must. I still don't understand like people who apply for an IT job from the ICT industry and they don't know English. They cannot even express themselves like just a little bit. I think if this live stream will be watched like by new young people, or maybe not, it doesn't matter. I mean, I just want to give a message to everyone. English in this industry, it's becoming a must. It's not like something like a pro bono or like, oh, I know English as well. No. If you don't know English, probably you don't even need to apply to a job like this, because like local market is like super small. So in order to probably like even from the ATIC, right? I mean, like I assume like a very big majority works with international clients, right? So English is a must. I mean, you cannot make the collaboration possible if you don't know English, because English, nevertheless, how the French people want English, it's the international one, and it becomes like mandatory.
About the English, I would tell you honestly, last year when we were doing the Moldova ICT Summit, we have a guest from France and she was talking in English with all of us. So English is the language of the IT business. And of course, you have to know it if you want to succeed and if you want to connect with the big world. So yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah, funny thing, when I was in Paris, I had like this bus tour, touristic, like cliche one. And the guide told us like French people even start to invent words, I mean, synonymous to weekends, but in French, to not use the word weekend because it's from English. So like they're going crazy with it. But unfortunately, English is like the international one at the moment. If I go talk to Cambodia, to Armenia, to Lithuania, or to French, we'll use English all the time.
Sure. Victor,
Yeah,
what's
we've-
your ideal person? Ideal
yeah, just
candidate
like
to join the team?
a quick one on this English part. We've also even had situations when we became more international back in 2020, I would say. We've had situations when some people in our team did not have a fluent English, and we had to rotate people because of that, simply because we could not find suitable projects for them. In terms of an ideal candidate, definitely there is a difference between the soft and hard skills. I think hard skills can be taught, and whether you're a good programmer or not, things can be taught to everyone. But soft skills is something a little bit more hard to find, something more rare. So for me, I would definitely appreciate a person, with whom I can sit in the kitchen, drink a coffee, and not notice half an hour passing by. And this is normally what happens in our office. People are normally social, interesting to talk to, and this makes it nice to work. And it gives a good vibe in all the projects, in all our collaboration. And I also appreciate in people this do it mentality, because we've seen cases when for example, there is a project where the requirements are all clear, and then there is like one point where the developer did not have experience before. And then we've had cases when they say, okay, I can't join this project because I've never had this experience before, which is something I don't really like. I think that you have to be willing to learn new things, and you have to be willing to do it. So yeah, just get it done. That's what I like in people.
Just
Okay.
just an example that you provided, Victor, to me earlier. Like we have like this partner from Estonia, and when we asked them, what type of technology you're looking when you recruit the new engineers in the company, they said we never show the technology that we're looking for. We're looking for good engineers. Period. Right? It doesn't matter. You're a PHP developer, Node.js developer, Ruby, C++. It doesn't matter. If you're a good engineer, you learn any technology that we need. So I think it's more and more. But in general, this narrowed hard skills, I think that they will start to be less and less important in the near future as the world develops, because it's getting replaced by the technology simply. If you're like a very good niche specialist in one domain, it will be soon replaced by a tool probably, and you'll need like good engineers that can be super easy adapted.
Okay. I also like to ask you a question regarding the region, in the situation in the region. So we were affected by the war, and I would like to know how you started to find the new talents for you in these new conditions. Because during the pandemic, IT really has grown very fast. It was not so affected, and actually COVID gave a chance to flourish to many companies. But what about the situation right now? How do you feel, and how do you find the right people for you in this context?
I think we didn't recruit any Ukrainian people, if that's what you're asking, Yulia.
Yeah.
Simply, it's not big. So just to be on the same page, we in Moldova, Victor, please correct me if I'm wrong, but we recruit in average like 5 to 6 people annually, right? That's not much.
About right.
We recruit only 5 to 6 people, so probably we still didn't have the chance to recruit. And again, our channel of recruitment are not like online advertisement, online posts, and so on. We recruit mainly through networking, friends of friends, and recruiters. So we didn't have a chance. I mean, we have an office in Ukraine. There's like 2 small agencies that joined Mediapark, so we have an office in Ukraine. We work with a lot of Ukrainian people. In my opinion, from my experience, Ukrainian people are the most creative ones. And I had only best experience with them. But in Moldova, we didn't have a chance. I mean, we're open our doors to recruit anytime any bright talents from Ukraine that will want to join Mediapark Moldova, but we didn't have chance. So I don't think regarding recruitment it hadn't been affected somehow. It's been affected definitely by new collaboration. Business itself.
Okay.
Yeah, but
okay.
In terms of recruitment, I don't see any changes or any effects.
Although we posted that we're open for anyone to join our company, whether as an employee or if not, they are free to come to our office and work because we have some free space due to the fact that not everyone comes at the office. So we're open to help, and we were even open to recruit, and we've got some candidates. It just happened that we did not manage to hire any of those. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So as Tudor mentioned, probably the HR part was not that much affected, but the business itself definitely was affected by the situation in the neighbor country.
Yeah, when this war started, I mean, because we have people in our team from Ukraine, we had like experience when we had meetings with people from Ukraine staying in the bunkers with the laptop, and they work or were posting pictures from their window with explosions and everything. So we passed all this experience, unfortunately.
But it's more important that you, I think, as a team, you offered some support to your colleagues in the Ukraine. And I know what we talked with you a couple months ago, and you were telling that you were super involved in helping your team in the Ukraine, and you really offer them as many as possible opportunities to feel themselves that they are not detached, that they are with you, and it's very amazing. And I think we need to talk about these experiences because IT market of Republic of Moldova really showed its cordiality to the people of Ukraine and opened their doors to help anyone who needs this help. Speaking about the HR, in a couple of days, we are going to organize a ATIC HR and Recruitment Conference. We will have international speakers who will share some advice, tips with local HRs. What questions would you like to ask them, and what would you like to share with you in terms of how to find this talent in Moldova when the market is super small, super tough, and there is a constant race to hire the best people?
Probably you just nailed the question.
But maybe you have something more specific.
Yeah.
I think what you asked before, I would pass it to some of those speakers there. Like, what would be the ideal candidate? I would like to hear what is valued in a candidate across the Moldovan border. Although we know from the other 11 branches that we have in Mediapark that it's more or less the same. We really value people with a mutual vision. But yeah, I would be interested to hear it from their side, and I would also like to learn additional tips on employee retention, because we really like the people we have. Obviously, we would never like that they would leave us, you know. So I think besides hiring new talent, we need to consistently stay focused on keeping our people.
Probably for me, it's also like super interesting to learn from the big HR specialists how to have a correct and attractive communication strategy of an agency in order to be attractive for people. Because you know the first rule of marketing, right? I mean, you don't need to sell services, you need like the clients to came to you, right?
Yeah.
So it's the same for people. I mean, how an agency should look like for the community in order like for all the people to want to join. because I don't think someone knows how is the workflow at Google, but everyone wants to work at Google. I don't know, and same with Facebook and all over big agencies. So they definitely do something with their communication.
I know that many recruiters are trying to find people on LinkedIn, but they can bombardize someone with messages, but this person can simply ignore the message. And I think in the conference we also will speak about this, how to create this special message in order to attract the right person. And of course, the brand of the company also plays a key role, because if you tell about the Google, yes, people want to work in Google because we all know about Google, but the conditions of working there can be super terrible. And I know that people are leaving Google, not all work there, but still, they want to work. Okay, guys, so we are almost at the end of our life. So tell us maybe the most maybe important things why people need to come and work with you. So maybe top 5 things about Mediapark which can influence maybe a person who is watching this live and to apply for a job in your company. So top 5.
Okay, I could start. I don't know if I'll make it up to 5. But yeah, if you want to join young yet professional team, join us. If you want to work in international projects and collaborate with people from another 11 countries, keep us in mind. If you are a person passionate by being in an English-speaking environment and understand that this is the language of IT and want to be constantly polishing it, join us. If you want to have a lot of fun, as we mentioned, we have probably around 12 to 15 events a year. Two of them are major and the other ones are local. There's a lot of fun happening inside the company. So that's probably another reason. If you want to learn from others, we have experience sessions organized weekly or monthly per technology, and everyone is free to attend and learn from more senior people. And I think actually the most important is at the end. If you're a person who likes traveling, keep in mind that within Mediapark, you can work from any office that we have in our map. So if you want to spend a few days in Lithuania, just go there and use our office. If you want to go to Estonia, do the same. If you want to go to Cambodia, why not do it?
Portugal and so on, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
And another one I can complete, Victor just told like absolutely everything. I just want to say like a little bit like more not specific, like we are super down to earth people. I mean, and we are organized, but at the same time we're down to earth. I mean, we can communicate with everything. I mean, like we don't have like this hierarchical managerial scale, so you cannot contact, you can write directly to the CEO of the company, to the group levels, to the founder of the company. You can write an email, you need to get a reply like very kindly in like 5 minutes. So we're like a super close team. That's super important and open.
Super. I was very excited to hear about you and about your friendly approach in the company, how you are putting the effort on developing the soft skills and you put them actually higher than the hard skills. I think this is important. No matter how technology develops, we are still people and we need to learn how to communicate effectively and to build this professional linkages. So thank you so much, Tudor and Victor. It was really great to talk to you and I hope we will have more of these chances. And I wish you only prosperity and success and let us share more vibes and let us be like united, as you said. Thank you, and I wish you a very wonderful day.
Thank you, Yulia. Thank you, everyone who watched us. Have a nice day.
So this was a ATIC Live Public Talk with Mediapark. First of all, I'd like to thank all our audience who joined us to hear, and would like to remind you that in a couple of days we will have ATIC HR and Recruitment Conference, where we will talk about the trends in HR management and how companies can attract people to work. Stay with us. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.